big hint coming. And under this box...
Our insurance. Very, very much indeed. Good gracious me. How can there be more than one CD player? I won't open these, I think.
John Gummer, I gather, has a telex to read.
Well,
these used to be called telegrams, George.
I have to say that this is an earnest of something to come. I felt that it was time to nail the story of George when canvassed, subject of great interest myself, who when canvassed in Cambridge, I understand, always says, is there a Plaid Cymru candidate? And when they always say no, he says, then I shan't vote. It's the most satisfactory way in Cambridge of getting out of any political position. But I decided on your behalf that you would like this to be finally nailed, so I have here a tele-message which says, congratulations on 40 years of excellent work promoting music, Wales and the Welsh culture, from the entire parliamentary team of the Plaid Cymru party, all three of which have signed a bottle of House of Commons whiskey, so that which George will get, but not until the last day of term, I thought, in order to remind him of the fact that he will no longer be able to make those very special comments in a language which only a few of his choristers understand.
And from the youngest ex-chorister, Nan, wherever we
Oh, thank you very much, Richard. It's very kind.
Chorister for each chorister, I'm told. There are 16 little choristers there, some of them about the same size as some of the choristers. Thank you.
Don't cut it, love. Don't cut it. It's an emotional occasion, but a very happy occasion for both Nan and myself. It's very difficult to know exactly what to say in the face of such goodwill and such kindness and such warm-heartedness. It's clear that everybody in this tent at the moment, if not Welsh, has Welsh connections, including Mr. Gummer, who of course does have them, because his father is a very fluent Welsh speaker. I don't know how I can describe 40 or 44 years, as counting my time as organ scholar, with the choir. 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday. So soon passes it away and we are gone, as the psalmist has it. But it seems only yesterday when I came up to be Robin Orr's organ scholar, who very kindly came with Doris to this gathering, and I can say that I learned more from him about organ playing and about choir training, and especially about dealing with people, than from anyone else. And he set me going, as it were, and then very conveniently retired, and the college, I suppose, not knowing where to turn, because things were not on a large scale in those days, and Robin Orr had a very difficult job of building up after the war. I took over, and on we went, and I do remember the early days, which were very difficult indeed, the great fight we had to get onto the BBC, and then get some records made, to get overseas tours. That was about the last hurdle, I think. And I think also, I don't want to talk for too long, but I think of all the happy times of cooperation that I've had with successive masters of the choir school, Sam Senior, who I think was appointed in 1916, and then Cyril Walters, Alan Mould, and now Mr. Kevin Jones. Very excellent cooperation. Nobody could have been kinder to us when we wanted the boys for some extra rehearsal for some reason. All of them throughout the years have been kindness itself in accommodating our wishes. Now, Robert King, in his excellent speech, spoke about a horse in the Dean's room. Well, now, this I feel is a subject which the Minister of Agriculture can manage much better than I can. But in fact, Robin Orr can manage it very much better than I can, because I believe it took place before I ever came to the college. But it's not, I hope nobody will go away with the idea that this is a common custom in the college, because not many horses now are seen in the streets of Cambridge. Mostly we see foreign students riding bicycles the wrong way up one-way streets and on the pavements, but certainly not horses. But it's been a wonderful time. I've met old choristers from the 1950s, none yet from the 1940s, and they tell me how fortunate the choir is these days to be going abroad so much. As many of you will know, we're going to Australia shortly, to Hong Kong, and the last tour was Brazil, and the USA before that, and Canada before that. Now that couldn't have been achieved without the foundations being laid by all of those in the 1950s. I remember then the height of our ambition as far as concerts outside Cambridge is concerned were places like Northampton and the Isle of Wight, and they were great adventures in those days, and they laid the foundation for what the choir has become now. Generations of choristers, sometimes sons of old choristers have joined, and so the thing goes on, and one looks forward to it continuing under Christopher Robinson, now organist of St George's Chapel, Windsor, so disturbed by St George's Chapel being in the flight path of aircraft landing at Heathrow that he felt that the only thing he could sensibly do was to come to St John's. He will be starting on the 1st of October, and I'm sure that the choir will go from strength to strength under his direction. But for me, I must again thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you, boys, present choristers, old choristers, parents, teachers, well-wishers, for all the goodwill that you've shown towards me and towards the choir, and more particularly to the choral services themselves. I think now, at least I hope, that they are on a firm footing. The bigger the edifice, the more difficult it is to destroy, and St John's College Choir and the choral services at St John's it is indeed now a very large edifice indeed. Thank you all very much indeed. So down there.
Keep your head down a bit.
Like, show me what to do. I mean,
make a little bit of room there.
But there.
Come back a bit. Come back a bit.
No, don't be.
Come back a bit.
Can I keep this?
That's it. You're fine there. Stay there.
2 minutes.
there's some chairs over there.
I'll get it. Okay, well.
Anyone. John, how are you?